did. We obviously did not have an episode last week. With no
Yeah, there
race the week
wasn't
before, no news to really talk about, so would have literally
no news, no race. Well, I guess there was a race, but no previous race. There was just not really
we need a week off every once in a while. Sydney's studying. I had a good week at work, so we move for a little bit. But
yeah.
we're back. We have a lot to talk about today because there was a race last weekend, there is a race this weekend, and we have some updates on news that we've talked about for the last six episodes. So we'll get right into it, I think.
Let's do it. I'm making my screen a little bigger.
Well, while you do that, let's talk about Spa
Spa,
because
spa turned into a spa this weekend with all
turned
the
into a
rain.
spa. A lot of rain. I'm not even going to talk about the sprint race because nothing really happened because
I was gonna say it
race
was
is kind of
pretty.
useless. Um, I'll just say Max got pole, then didn't have pole. Wait, did he? I don't even know. But no, Max
Uh,
won. What am I saying? Max won. I'm wrong. See, that's how much I care about the sprint. I don't.
I it's sprints. They don't really make me.
I was talking about this with my dad, right? It's like sprints are more beneficial at the beginning of the year because it might have an effect on the standings. But like
But like towards the end,
the
and
point difference, like Lando got third and Oscar got second, and Oscar gained a point on him. Like, oh no, like it doesn't matter. Who cares?
literally, it's not that big of a deal at that
I
point in
think it would
time.
matter a
Like
lot more
sprints
if they still
are
had like
fine.
the fastest race, fastest lap point or qualifying point because then like the
I
individual
keep,
matter.
you know, I was gonna say I keep forgetting that they got rid of that. That kind of makes me upset, but
Very annoying. But we'll skip over the sprint race because we don't really care. But into the main race, as promised and as advertised, we got rain and a lot of it.
yup, a lot.
Um, which is also bringing up the conversation of are we ever going to like actually race in the rain anymore? Because they red flagged the race immediately. We're going around in circles. Like
You know, I agree. I think in some past cases, I think it was kind of pointless to red flag the race. I don't know. It was pretty rainy this weekend. I feel like if anything, this probably should have been one, if not the only one that they would kind of delay the race in that sense. Because I don't know if you saw the spray coming off of the cars, but it was
but like
insane.
there's also like things that they should probably be talking about in terms of, spray guards. Like it might not look pretty, but like
But
if
like
it helps, it helps, So
exactly. And it's like I feel like it's rained every freaking race we've had, basically. I feel like there's always a chance of rain now.
it
I
just
mean,
it makes
the
it
first race,
impossible to have a fun race because
that's
like
exactly. I'm like,
the wet tires are literally useless. No one ever uses them. So we don't even discuss that. And it's just kind of entertaining when it's a little raining. A little raining. That
it
is.
is. It is entertaining. Well, it's I think when it does rain, I think it really displays teams' tire strategies.
Yes. And we will talk about that today because there was one surprising team that had a fantastic strategy. But my last point on this whole rain thing, I think because of the fact it was Spa, they probably were taking every precaution possible because obviously we know Antoine, what happened there. That wasn't in the rain, but like it was still, it's a dangerous
It's
track.
no, it's not.
Lando's crash in qualifying was in the rain at Spa. That was one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. So err on the side of caution, but it at least brings up the conversation again of what will the future hold for that, right?
No,
So,
I agree. I agree. Great points.
but with the rain, it caused a delayed start and then a rolling start, which in theory should have helped Lando. However, we get to turn five and Oscar's already past him.
Past him. Uh,
Just when I thought Lando was figuring it out and getting back into it.
I, dude, I feel like it was just, I feel like he just gave it to him. I don't know. I feel like there was no fight in that at all, in my opinion.
Yes. And Oscar then drove away from him the same way he always does. Lando took the lead briefly when they pitted, but Oscar ends up running away from it and ultimately wins the race. All right, recap done.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that was like literally the entire race. I mean, Lewis had a
Yeah, the recap's not done. We're going to talk about some other stuff. But
superb race.
um, Lewis, who started P17 because he had his lap time deleted in qualifying, then goes on a tear And that team that shocked us with strategy, that would be Ferrari and that would be Lewis because he went from P17. He was up to P13 by lap 12. So he made some progress up and then ended up being the first car to hit for slicks, which obviously is always a risk because you never know if it's good enough or not.
Yes,
Ferrari
yes.
nailed it because by the time everyone pits for slicks, Lewis is up to P7 and makes up 10 positions. Granted, he didn't pass anyone after that. Albon was in sixth and struggling the entire time. Lewis didn't get past him. But still, 10 places on his strategy
I
call is
was
pretty
gonna
impressive.
say, still 10 places, especially considering how this race had been going at this point. Like, I don't know. I think it was a fantastic race for Lewis. I think it was awesome. I think, again, like I said, with the rain, I think it kind of displayed Ferrari's got some things in check, maybe not the entire team, but
I think it's like
you
it
know,
shows
entire
like
man.
the progress that they've made because obviously this weekend wasn't good for them, especially for Lewis. Charles ends up on a podium. Like that's kind of shocking. Um, so yeah, spoiler, Charles gets a podium, Lando ends up second. But literally that's really all the notes we have because
Yeah, I
Lando pits to get on slicks but has a bad stop. He ends up on hards. Oscar ends up on mediums. They both end up going to the end, and because of that, Oscar starts struggling at the end. Lando gets a lead that was 10 seconds down to three,
yeah.
but then messes up on the last lap. Not like it really would have mattered. He probably wasn't
I
going to
was
get
gonna
3 seconds.
say.
But Oscar ends up driving away, wins by 4.5 seconds. Oscar won, Lando two, Charles three, with Max four, George five, Albon six, Lewis seven. So Williams looked pretty good this weekend, which was fun to see. But um, in terms of our predictions, because we still did do that last week, so follow the Instagram, you would have seen it.
Boop, boop, boop.
We both got something. Sydney just got better. She got Charles in third. I don't know where you pulled that out of because there was nothing that showed that that should have happened, but you did it.
No, I don't know. I was happy. I thought when I first like saw when the race was ending, I was like, oh my God, did I just get all of those right? Or most of them right? I was like,
So she had Lando winning, Oscar second, so she flipped those two. She had Charles third, which happened, and she had Russell fourth, Max fifth, which flipped. So she literally flipped the three that or the two she got wrong.
I was so close.
I got Russell right in fifth, so I got something out of this weekend. So I only lost 2 points to Sydney, but she's taking the lead now. It's 34 to 31, which is crazy considering the lead I had. So
I was gonna say I came back from pretty far. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one.
not
So
not great at all. But that does mean that you get to predict before me now. So I have to kind of adjust myself. But in terms of some news, because there has been some news,
some lots. Well, yes,
not
news.
official, but pretty official. It wasn't one of these like rumor pages that posted it this time. It was the Score and Bleacher Report that posted it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't just like it was official, unofficial news,
Yeah,
as like
exactly.
I would put it.
Um, let's just say that I'm gonna have to redo my driver predictions because the one big one that I thought was gonna happen didn't happen because Max Verstappen is apparently staying at Red
I
Bull
knew it. I
for
literally knew it.
2026. So, with that, it was announced, not announced officially, but unofficially official, that Russell and Kimi will be racing for Mercedes in 2026 with the possibility of Max racing for them in 2027. However,
Yes.
because the midseason mark passed, he can't get out of his contract. He's going to have to sit there for a little bit longer. But that should, in theory, put an end to the entire saga. But obviously, it's F1, so we never know.
Never know. But I will say at the end of the day, I give it another year. I don't know.
As you should. You have new leadership, so we got to see what happens.
Yeah.
Some unofficial news. This wasn't unofficially official or officially unofficial, whatever we said. Valtteri Bottas is once again in talks with Cadillac
Not a lot.
and apparently is nearing a deal to sign for Cadillac. So we're
I
expecting that announcement soon.
I forget where else I somebody a couple people posted stuff about that, but
Those are more of the rumor pages that we saw,
I was
but
gonna say it was more of the rumors, but I don't know. Again, I think
I think next week is the week that it kind of pops off because obviously the summer break after this weekend's race, and as we saw last week, summer break hit, Carlos Sainz almost immediately signed. So
yeah, it was crazy. So I'm excited. I think I don't know. I think didn't we both agree that or did you not put Valtteri
I
on?
put Valtteri at Alpine.
You put him at Alpine. Okay.
which
Anyways, we both
we're still not there yet.
true, but we both have him racing next year, which
Yes.
is a great,
And I
great, great.
think Franco is on a very short leash because he does not look good. But
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that. Again, it's like your best of the rest teams that you're kind of just like, I don't, some, I like, I think we agreed, like Haas probably isn't going to change. And
we're gonna agree on a lot. I think you're probably gonna get some of them right on your original predictions. But like we said, we're gonna redo it maybe next week or 2 weeks because
something in the next, whatever.
we've seen some more stuff happen. So
Eh.
nice and easy is what it is. Kind of annoyed to not see Max and Mercedes just because I think it would be really fun. But
It would be fun.
I think it will happen eventually.
I was
But
gonna say, I would give it some time. I would see how George's career keeps progressing and where Red Bull
what,
sits and where
what I
Mercedes.
don't really get, if they re-sign Russell now, right? It's probably a multi-year contract. Let's be honest. Russell doesn't want to go 1 year and done, right?
True, true,
If
true.
Max is an option in 2027, is Kimmy just out of a job? Like, I don't really.
No, because then you have to put it in perspective as well. Like, how long is Lewis going to keep racing? How long is Alonso going
I'm
to keep?
saying like
But like,
Kimmy will obviously have a job, but I'm saying Toto's invested so much time and effort into Kimmy that dumping him because he is forced to keep Russell and wants to add Max is just seems like counterintuitive, you know?
yeah,
Unless they just drop Russell, which
it's
means they
like
would still have to pay him.
I
So
know it's just one of those things that it's like I don't see Max anywhere else other than Red Bull and maybe like Mercedes. Do not see him in Ferrari.
I still can see him in Aston
I
eventually.
don't. Aston, I can make if see again. It's the same thing. It just depends on how the teams do, especially with new regulations, new engines, all like
Next year's a big year for Aston because it's going to affect a lot. Which I also saw something today that the Aston Martin actual car brand sold the F1 team. I don't really know what happened there, so I didn't look into it as much. So we might have to talk about that next week. But um, I was under the impression that Lawrence Stroll just owned the team. Guess I'm wrong, but we'll
I
do
did
some
not.
more research and look into that.
I would say I didn't even see anything about that.
We're not going to talk about that this week. I'm going to look at it next week because it gives us something to talk about in a week that probably won't have much to talk about. So,
Love it.
last piece of news that I found, just some more interesting, not much that we can really add to it, right?
I saw this too.
Audi named their title sponsor, which again, would have thought their title sponsor would have been, Audi. Just a thought. No, it's Revolut, which is an interesting one. Not that I can really add much to it, but just kind of interesting, business side of things,
Yeah.
obviously. Kelly School
It,
of Business degree, we got to talk about it.
it's it's take, I guess. I mean, I guess in that way, it's I don't even know what Revolut is. Looks like
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I've
a
heard the
credit
name, but
card. I'm looking at their Instagram right now. It looks like a credit card.
it is, yeah. Okay, then I remember that. That
Anyways,
does make sense.
I guess that's kind of it. Just I think that kind of goes to show. I mean, how the sport itself is changing. I mean, it's the
Money
same thing.
talks.
Rolex not being a sponsor anymore.
Yeah,
Uh,
money talks, and whoever's going to make the most money, put them on the card because
I
that'll
mean,
make
yeah,
the car
well, I
better.
remember even like I can't remember the season of Drive to Survive, but they went into depth with the it was the other uh sports. Oh, I can't remember their name. I think it was
Oh,
Haas.
the one for Haas, Rich
Yeah.
Energy.
Yes, thank you.
I watched the whole YouTube video on him because the guy is such like a little like I I don't want to say
But
anything like I'm sure he's not going to see this, but he's had a history of just attacking people online for going against him. But he's basically a little sleazeball that just is a scammer, right? Which he scammed Haas, which is kind of impressive to do on such a national stage. So I don't
national
think
stage.
Revolut's going to do that, but
I no, I doubt it, but I think it's
they're
just
too big of a
interesting to
company.
see. I think it's just kind of interesting to see what how teams are going about that and how they're, I guess, acquiring sponsors and money at that point in time. Because I don't know. I can also say confidently as well, based on your quality of sponsor, you can tell who's going to be a good F1 team and who's not. So
This is very true. Because obviously the top sponsors go and give the most money to the best teams. They want to see their team win. So it is funny you mentioned Drive to Survive though, because this next season is going to be great, right? They have a lot to talk about, but they also have a lot of the same storylines that they're going to have to discuss. Like there's a two-way battle for the championship that one guy seems to be running away from. Max is supposedly going to Mercedes again, but it's not happening. Like they're going to be able to talk about Lewis for days because how he's adjusting.
Yeah,
And
I was
then the
gonna
whole
say
Red Bull and RB, and there's a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a fun one next week.
it'll be interesting, especially with Christian leaving as well.
Person leaving, that's an episode. Have you watched the movie yet?
No, I have not. Have you?
I have not, still,
I
which
have
is
not. We haven't
crazy.
even
We're an
we
F1
haven't even
podcast, and the movie's been out for a month, and we haven't seen it
I
yet.
know, and we haven't even been in the arcade yet.
Soon, soon, soon,
So
soon. We'll figure it out. Sydney's a busy girl the next couple weeks, and it's
I'm
her
very
birthday in
busy.
3 weeks, so we're all very busy. But
Everybody's running around. It's fine. It's summer. It
it's summer.
counts.
We'll have some fun. But
It's so
now we got the news out of the way. Let's make some predictions for this week's race because
run
we didn't do it
it.
last week, obviously.
I didn't even look at fantasy.
I'm not looking at fantasy. I'm not changing it.
I'm not either, but how did I can't where do we sit?
We're gonna talk about that next week. So because I don't want to get it up right now, but I think I'm still winning if I had to guess. But let's make some predictions. I'm calling the podium right now. I'm not saying it. Um, but this is what we're gonna do. And just a reminder of what happened last year, right? Last year's Hungarian Grand Prix was when papaya rules first came into effect, and they handed Oscar his first win. Um, so that was obviously 1 and 2. Lewis ended up getting podium, which I didn't realize, with Charles in fourth and Max in fifth. 1 and 2, I'm not spoiling. 3, I'm not spoiling because we have to do our predictions. But I literally could not tell you who's going to get third. So yeah, I have no idea. I'm so lost now. We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll that like we always do. So
All right.
okay,
I'm gonna do what I was gonna say. I'm gonna do what I always do.
who will take pole?
Wait, I'm not there yet. Hold on. You know what? Okay. It's a really bad week. Okay. Who will take poll?
I went Mr. Max Verstappen.
Max.
I I just I don't know. His qualifying is just always so ridiculous, just pulling stuff out of his butt.
I'm gonna have to go Oscar. I think Oscar set a track record in Spa.
He did on the qualifying lap, which was outrageous. But
That's first.
who will qualify highest for the Grand Prix between the Sauber drivers? I am taking Nico purely because of the value of him being 15 points, because I don't think there's a big difference between Bortoleto and Hulkenberg. Bortoleto's been on a flyer the last couple of weeks in terms of qualifying, but
Yeah.
Nico, and they're very similar in, kind of race pace. Not race pace, but qualifying pace
I
for
was
sure.
gonna say I'm gonna take seniority over.
I believe Bortoleto has out-qualified him one more time than Nico has out-qualified Bortoleto. So he's up one. So I think this week is going to get even. We're going Nico.
I
I'm
agree.
not putting my 2X on. Will Haas get 2 cars in the Q2? Ocon
Ooh,
will. I don't think Behrman will. I'll say no.
I want to put yes.
I'm doubling that because why not?
I'll put yes. Sometimes Ollie has a good race.
Who will finish ahead in the race between the Ferraris and the Mercedes?
I'm gonna have to go Leclerc.
I'm going to go George. And I'm tempted to go Lewis, but I'm going to go George.
I'm gonna go Charles.
Who will set the fastest pit stop of the race? Not McLaren, because last week was a shocker.
I'm gonna do Ferrari. I'm gonna put two on that one.
Ferrari, I will agree with you, fortunately. Will there be a safety car? I did
No, I
last week count as a safety car if they started under safety car? I think that does, right?
feel like it does. I'm
Yes.
gonna say no.
I'll
I think
say
we're in
yes.
for, I'm gonna say no.
I'll say yes just because I think if the McLarens are close again, Lando's gonna get desperate and do some stuff.
I
So,
hope not.
who will set the fastest lap of the race?
Probably Oscar.
It's crazy because Lando and Oscar are now the exact same points because they know it's one of the two every time. Uh,
Yeah,
I'll go Lando if you're going Oscar. It'll be a little different.
Oscar.
Which team
Next.
will score more points between Williams and Alpine? That's a joke of a question. I don't know why that's ever a
Williams.
question.
Thank you.
Most places gained by a driver in the race. We're talking Max specifically.
I'm gonna go less than 6.5.
That's insane. He's not like he would have to qualify 10th. He's not going to. So yeah, he's going to pass less than 6.5 people. I think he actually gets past. If that's a spoiler for what I think my predictions are.
I'm gonna do less than 6.5.
So
Okay, I submitted.
predictions have been locked in, and now it's time to predict the grid because, of course,
Oh
Hungary was fun
man.
last year. It was
Oh,
fun because of drama, but it was fun. So,
yeah.
and because Sydney is up, we're up to 34 to
No.
31. Sydney's gonna get to go first because I need to make some ground up, and I don't want to go and copy her. So, give me 5 through 1 and give me some reasoning behind it. Don't just tell me
Okay.
you're feeling it. I want to see some
Okay.
analytics and
Okay.
reasoning.
Okay. Okay. P1. I think I put Oscar. Hold on, I'm double checking.
I think you should go, Lando.
Oh wait, no, I put Lando.
Okay, good.
I did. I will say I actually did put Lando. I will show my screen if need be.
Because that means
Put
one of us is
Lando.
getting 5 points this week because I'm putting Oscar. But go, continue.
So I put Lando. Um, I don't know. I just feel like we're due for a Lando win. I think like in hindsight, it's literally either gonna be Oscar or Lando unless somebody has like an amazing qualifying and blows it out of the water. But I just don't think there's really any other in a sense of being realistic about it. I don't think there's any other option other than Oscar and Lando.
I think that's very fair.
Personally, I don't
And
know.
I
So then obviously
love the analysis. I love it.
P2, I'm gonna have to go with Oscar again. I think McLaren's has dominated. That's very, very obvious. I don't think there's really any other opportunity for any team to be placing 1 and 2 unless for some unbeknownst reason McLaren has issues.
I think that's fair.
P3, I think we're kind of on the same mindset this week. I had Max. I think I think we're kind of due for Max moving up in places here. I mean, he's been kind of mediocre given his performance in the
He also didn't
past.
have GP last week. He was away for
True.
personal reasons. So
True. So I think I don't think he's going to I think we need a Max on the podium, but I don't think we're going to see a 1 or 2 place for Max this weekend. So I don't know. I know you're gonna hear me say I think I'm feeling a Max third this weekend. I feel like Ferrari's gonna choke. I don't know why. They've been a little too good recently. Um, but yeah. And I think last I mean he did what? He did great in the sprint, so we
I
just need to
think
move
I think
towards.
you're on the same track. I think we're out there.
Okay. P4.
See, the thing is here, 4 and 5, if you do what I want to do, I'm gonna switch it because I need to make points up and I want to make it up like right now. So depending on what you say here, one, I might have to change my predictions I just did, and two, I'm just gonna do something that I don't think is gonna happen.
I know, I kind of want to, you know what? I'm gonna be a little ballsy. I'm gonna be a little ballsy. I have a feeling Ferrari's just not gonna do well this weekend. Knock it on wood. I am going to put our lovely George Russell because
Like I'm gonna have to change my predictions.
I think we're going to put George Russell in P4 because I think we kind of have some confirmation that he's going to stay with Mercedes. So I feel like maybe he's not quaking in his boots that he's about to lose his job. So maybe we'll have a reestablished sense of confidence here, right? P4, Mr. Consistency, love to see it. And then I'm gonna go a little ballsy here. And just because I feel like we're gonna have another good race and we're gonna have a little switchy switch, Let me check. Let me check. I'm gonna put Albon in P5.
They don't hate it,
I'm
but
gonna put Albon in P5.
it is also Williams, and they scare me. So
Williams is again, I think Williams is a good team. It's a hit or miss. I don't think I'm confident enough to put Carlos there yet, but I think Albon's been pretty consistent in any spot between like 5 and maybe 9
I
for the
think
most
we're on the
part,
same
I'd
page
say on
there.
average.
I think we're on the same page there.
So that's kind of how I'm feeling,
I
Unless
like
they
it.
they DNF and then we're screwed. But I would say other than them DNFing, they've kind of been in the best of the rest range. So I'm gonna put some faith this weekend,
I
I'm gonna put
like
some
it.
faith.
Um, I so I was originally going to put Russell ahead of everyone in terms of like the Ferraris and all the rest. Obviously not McLaren and Max because I did that in my predictions, but because you did that here, I want to switch it up. So I changed my predictions to have Charles finishing ahead of everyone of the people we discussed. I think George is gonna have a good race. I'm putting him in fifth. I think he probably does better, but for the sake of the game, we're putting him in fifth, and we're putting Charles in fourth.
Okay.
Um, Ferrari's obviously been a lot better, like Latin, maybe not a lot better, but they've had their moments, right? They got the strategy right last week. The qualifying and practice for Lewis was abysmal, right? Leclerc's been consistently good, so I'm okay with this. I think George is better. Mercedes obviously showed last year that they are very good at Hungary. Like Lewis had a podium, uh, which was cool. Russell got eighth last year. I don't particularly remember what happened there, but Lewis on a podium in Hungary last year was pretty cool, right? So George fifth, Leclerc fourth. Like I mentioned, I think Max is going to get pole this week just because he always puts in some ridiculous pole lap. He's
Always.
not going to hold it. Both McLarens are going to pass him. Max is going to finish third, which we've seen happen before. Because a lot of times what has been happening is Max will get pole, one of Lando and Oscar will pass him quickly, drive away from the other one, and then the other one will pass Max, and it's just kind of over at that point. I think that's going to happen again this week because I think Lando's going to get second. Um, this is also more of a emotional hedge, because either Lando wins and I'm happy, or Oscar wins and I make points up on you.
Yeah, it's
So
literally like
it's a win-win for me. Um, but Lando will get second. I think the qualifying order will be Max, Oscar, Lando. Oscar passing him into turn one. Lando being held up by Max like he always is, passing him eventually, making it interesting by driving it all the way back. His tires are going to degrade. Oscar's going to basically be like, "Ha, was playing with you the entire time and drive away again," right? So obviously Oscar's going to win the race. But this is very much an emotional hedge, or very much a make or break week because if Lando loses this week to Oscar, I think it's probably over. We've been
I was
saying
gonna
that.
say, which is
Um, Lando winning
uh
back-to-back races before this past race was huge. We made it
I,
close again, but now it's a two-race lead for Oscar. So, assuming Oscar doesn't DNF, it might take some pulling back. So,
I believe in him. I think he's got it. I think we just need to
lock in a little bit more. The small mistakes and not
just get
crumbling
it in
under
check.
pressure.
Get it in check, please.
The qualifying is where it is. He has to qualify in front of Max. If Lando qualifies in front of Max, anyone has a chance. If
Yes.
he's behind Max, because even if Oscar qualifies pole, if it's Oscar one, Lando two, Oscar can make it up. If Max is between them, it's over because Oscar will take advantage of it. Max is the most difficult person to pass, but that goes the same way for Oscar. Say Lando goes pole, Max goes second. That's probably best case scenario for Lando too, right? Because Max is not going to make it easy. But I digress.
Okay.
Emotional hedge. Oscar's going first. Lando's going second. I hope it's the other way around. The same way I think Leclerc is probably going to finish behind George, but I got to get a little aggressive in terms of getting these points back.
I was gonna say, have I if I would not put Albon, I would be putting Leclerc.
Yes.
So
So, I'm either down big to you in the standings, or down big and Lando wins and we're fine, or I'm making up some ground and probably winning after this week. So we'll see what happens. But let's do some bonus points because we have to, right? Random number generator. Let's get it up.
number picker wheel.
I'm
It's on
doing
my
it on Google just because I'm being lazy. But 6 through 20, I'm not going to unblur. You can just, oh, you can see it. Okay. I'm just going to click when you're ready. You tell me.
two, one,
I'm going to
go.
wait a minute, so I'll let you spin because I'm being lazy. I'm going for, oh, I like that. 11th, first person out of the points.
11, nice.
Oh, you're also going 11. All right.
Hey!
So someone's getting bonus points is what I'm hoping here.
Looks like
Interesting.
it.
Now,
Am I
look
am
at
I
it.
going first?
Last year's 11th place was Fernando Alonso in an Aston with Stroll in 10th. Obviously, that doesn't matter much. So let's see what the last couple of 11s have been. Give me a minute.
That Behrman,
Last week's
uh,
11th place was
Behrman.
Ollie Behrman,
Behrman's been 11.
Behrman again, Behrman again.
Seriously?
Behrman's been 11th for the last 5 races.
Seriously?
He was 11th in Canada, 11th in wait, no, no, no. Yeah, 11th in Canada, 11th in Austria,
Oh, lost
11th
in
in Great Britain, and 11th in Spa.
Wow.
I'll let you
Look,
go first.
at least he's consistent.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, we're gonna go not having Ollie 11. That's crazy.
So you're not going Ollie.
No. I'm gonna go. Mm,
I'll just go because you're obviously thinking, not only am I going to put Ollie at 11th, I might bet the house on DraftKings that Ollie Behrman will finish 11th just because of that.
Bro.
No, Ollie Behrman will be finishing 11th. No rhyme or reason other than the fact that he's finished 11th the last 4 races. So, yeah.
That is insane. That's
Um,
gambler's fallacy or something like that. It's like, oh, you think that I forget there's a legal term for
I will
that.
say this too. In Spain, he finished 17th. He had some car problems, I believe. In Monaco, he finished
He-
12th because Russell had a bad race and got 11th. And in Emilia-Romagna, if it loads, he also got 17th. So he's either 17th or 11th, apparently. I'm going to roll with 11th. So let's go. I think
I'm
for the
gonna
sake of the
go.
game, you have to do someone different.
I'm gonna do Pierre. I'm gonna do Pierre.
All right.
I choose
Big week for
Pierre. I
me
don't
now.
know. I feel that's a really bad choice, but it's okay.
Very big week. I'm very excited. I think this could be the week that I
Ollie's
make some ground
crazy.
up.
Bet the house on draft.
I might have to. I don't even have a house. I got to just bet something.
That's hilarious. I love it. Love it.
But
I love it.
it's going to be a talking point next week. I'm actually going to write in parentheses, Ollie been 11th last 4 races because we're going to talk about that. If he doesn't get 11th, I'm going to lose my mind. And if he does get 11th, it's going to be the most funny thing in the world.
Oh
So,
God. I'm scared.
but we covered everything like we
Yes.
always do. We do a pretty good job. The timing, again, I think we nailed.
Dude, we got this down
We
pat.
really do have this down pat now.
Down pat.
Fun race, fun time. Last race before the summer break, which is crazy to think about. It means we're halfway through the season, but it also means that some of the more fun races are coming. Because obviously we don't really have a race in August, but we're getting closer and closer to Vegas, and we're getting closer and closer to some of the fun ones. I'm very excited for Baku. I love Baku. Um,
I'm excited to go to the race.
I still think I could do that. I gotta look at it because I'm being very, very dumb and not prepared. So we'll see
I
about it.
also like Singapore. I like the Mexico
I
race.
mean, there's not a bad Brazil. There's not a bad race left. There really isn't. Um,
Really?
and I don't even know if the podcast knows that Sydney is going to the Austin Grand Prix. So, uh, Sanskar actually texted me this week and said that I should be buying tickets because I can just stay with him if I need to. So, because he lives in Austin, but we'll see.
Telling you,
Depends on the flights. and depends how the
Praise the
next couple of weeks
Lord.
and months of work go. So we'll see. But until then, thank you guys all for watching. As always,
Thank you.
follow,
Yes.
like, share with your friends.
Subscribe, please.
Please do. It's very fun to do this, and we want to
I know.
make let's set a goal, right? We're at like, I don't know, not a lot of subscribers right now. I want 100 by the end of the year.
Let's do it.
I like that. I think it's
Like it.
doable.
Putting it on a sticky note.
We're doing it. How
Wait,
many do we have
we
actually right now? I'm curious. Probably not that many, but it's okay. Give me a minute.
I'll put it on
Let
a sticky
YouTube
note.
load up.
Let me
There's a
put it on a
storm
sticky
brewing outside, so I feel like my internet is good. Uh, we love it when it's slow, right? We're trying
100 subscribers by January 1st,
to write it
2026.
down. Write it down. We have, where is it? This is how you know. Lifetime.
It is.
Not a lot. Very,
Down.
but it's fine.
Manifested.
It is fine because we're going to get to 100 by the end of the year. We wrote it
Yes.
down. It's time to go. In the meantime, follow us, do the whole thing. You know how it goes. Follow, share with your friends, like the post, like the podcast, subscribe because we have a goal now. Maybe we do a giveaway by the end of the
Woo!
year. We'll see if we're raking in some cash by then.
I like it. We will, hopefully. Maybe like $5.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week. Hungary, last race. We go.
Run it.
Peace out.
Do it.